University of Science and Computer Technology, STEKOM University in Semarang, Indonesia, for the webinar international event, The Future of AI and Can We Build AI Without Losing Control Over It? First of all, let me introduce myself. My name is Novita, and I will be hosting you for today's event. Now, please let me welcome our special guest for today. Welcome to the Honorable Olena Parshyna as a Doctor of Science Economy, Professor Academician of the Academy of Economy Science of Ukraine, Professor of the Cybersecurity and Information Technology Department from University of Custom and Finance from Ukraine, to the Honorable Dr. Willard Munyoka as a senior lecturer, Department of Business Information System, Faculty Management, Commerce and Law from University of Venda, South Africa, to the Honorable Mr. Siswanto M.Kom as a lecturer of Information System Department from STEKOM University, Indonesia, and last but not least, also to the Honorable guest and audience today. Before we begin, I have a few housekeeping notes here. Today's session is being live streamed on Universitas Tekom YouTube channel. And for today event, we will start with Indonesia national anthems and continue with the opening speech by Dr. Joseph Teguh Santoso, represented by Mr. Ahmad Zainuri as a Dean of Entrepreneurship. And the next session, we will start with the main event presentation by our special guest today and continue with the Q&A session and take a picture for documentation. And last, time for closing. Further, for the square of this morning agenda, we will sing our national anthems. For the operator today, you can start this session today. Okay, thank you. Ladies and gentlemen, first now we will invite to the stage the most responsible person for the conduction of this skill international event to give an opening speech from Dr. Joseph Teguh Santoso, represented by Mr. Ahmad Zainuri as an entrepreneurship deans from STEKOM University. For Mr. Ahmad, the time is yours. Thank you.
Hello, Miss Novita. Hello, Miss Novita. Can you hear my voice?
Yes.
Okay, I will start this. Also, the honorable all students and all participants. Thank you very much for giving me provide. It is my pleasure to have a couple of the words at the beginning of this webinar international today. Okay, let me introduce myself. My name is Ahmad Januri. You can call me with Mr. Ahmad. I'm head of entrepreneurship study program and representing Dr. Joseph Teguh Santoso as our rector for a few words because in today's session, our rector cannot join in this session because of some of his activities. Okay, at the first, I want to express my gratitude to the International Office from University of Custom and Finance from Ukraine, University of Pinda from South Africa, and STEKOM University Indonesia for organizing such as network of such events, which are very useful for students from main campus and for the partnership we are good partner with all universities today. And then I would like to express my gratitude to all university employees who are involved in arranging the series of webinars with participation of experts from different countries. Okay, but this initiative fairly inspires specialists and motivate to share their experiences more over such practices of arranging this kind of events are a crucial part of the internationalization of higher education in today's topic and are linked with the significance of the future of artificial intelligence and can be built artificial intelligence without losing control over it. Okay, ladies and gentlemen, I hope through this webinar international event, we can get more information about the future of artificial intelligence and can we build artificial intelligence without losing control over it. And finally, I wish you to enjoy the program today and for participants to get new knowledge in this session today. Thank you and enjoy this international event today. I will hand over this international event today to you, Miss Novita. Okay, thank you.
Okay, thank you very much for the conduction, Mr. Ahmad. And we will go to the main event for today, our audience. If you have any question from the speaker, please add them in the chat and we'll be to answer some after during the Q&A section. After our presentation, each presenter today will have about 30 minutes for the presentation. Now let's please welcome our first presenter, Miss Olena Parshyna from the Ukraine. Thank you.
Thank you. Can you see my presentation?
Yes.
Yes, okay. Okay, dear colleagues, dear students. First of all, I can say thank you for this opportunity to take part in this interesting project and say about our university and our department of cybersecurity and information technology, and say about our scientific project in this area, and say about this interesting direction in artificial intelligence, and say about future of artificial intelligence and can we build AI without losing control over it. I am Doctor of Economic Science and Professor of Cybersecurity and Information Technology Department of University of Customs and Finance. First of all, I can say about determination in general. For example, what about intelligence in general, and what we can say about artificial intelligence, for example. I can say, for example, I prepare this presentation and many slides and information about this direction. But we have only 30 minutes, so I will be short. And after my speech, I can send my presentation, and you can study this information in more details. So I would like to start this artificial intelligence determination. For example, we can say artificial intelligence is intelligence demonstrated by computers, for example, and we know about a computer system, and computer system consists of hardware, operating system, main software, and for example, different equipment needed and used for full operation. Next, I have information about artificial intelligence applications. So we can say about different directions in this area. For example, we can say about advanced website engine, for example, Google search. Next, we can use different type of recommendation systems, for example, YouTube, Amazon, and Netflix. Next, understanding human speech, for example, I think you know about Siri and Alexa. Next very interesting direction in this area, it's self-driving cars, for example, Waymo, and very important direction, you know about ChatGPT, so we can say about generative of creating tools. Next, for forming different kind of information technologies and information system, we can use decision making, and we need this process and to describe this process of decision making. And last information about competitive of highest level in strategic game systems, for example, such as chess and Go. And according to this plan, I would like to say about these directions, and in more details, you can see information in my slides. For example, first, we use advanced web search engines, for example, Google search. On this slide, you can see information and result of using of this Google search, for example. We need information for searching different information. For example, we can find pages, images, video, different articles, for example, scientific articles. Sometimes we can find research papers and other types of files. Next, information for this, we can say about Google search, we can know simply as Google or Google.com is a search engine operated by Google, and handling more than 3.5 billion searchers per day. It has a 95% share of global search engine market. And next directions we can say about recommendation systems, for example, used by YouTube, Amazon, and Netflix. And according to this group of recommendation system, we can say about first, for example, recommender system or a recommendation system. It's a technology by using a different process by forming information filtering system that provides suggestions for items that are most, for example, to particular users. And we can find, for example, suggestions refer to various decision-making processes, such as what product to buy, for example. Next, what music to listen to, and what online use to read. And on this slide, you can see, for example, information about searching of different kind of music or different kind, for example, situation, this online dating. Next, we can use YouTube, and according this information, we can say that YouTube is an American online video sharing and social media platform. For example, according to the first part of this technology, we can use online video sharing, and we can find different kind of videos, for example, from short to full length TV shows and movies. Second part, social media, for example, we can use this technology to find different information, and we can sharing of information, different ideas, and other forms of expressions through virtual communications and networks. Next, according to this group of recommendation system, you know about this company Amazon, and M.Kom is an American multinational technology company focusing on e-commerce, cloud computing, online advertising, and artificial intelligence. You can see this Doppler building Amazons in Seattle. And according to this idea, it has been often referred to as one of the most influential economic and cultural forces in the world. Next, you know about this company, Netflix. We can find different information about different kind of films, different various genres, and it's an American subscription video on demand over the top streamers service over and operated by Netflix company. On this slide, you can see, for example, logos since 2014, and you can see history, logos history of this company. And next part, we can use understanding human speech. It's a very important technology. We can use this technology for searching different information by using individual language and to find this information by using computer, laptops, and mobile telephone. For example, such as Siri and Alexa, you can see first Siri, a virtual assistant as part of different kind of operating systems. You can see this different variant, and we can use natural language and to find different information about films, maybe about scientific articles, maybe about news, and so on. Next part for this class of information, for example, you can use Amazon Alexa, you know, simply as Alexa. And this technology based on a speech synthesizer named Olena, for example. And it is capable to many NLP talks, such as voice interaction, music playback, making to-do list, setting alarms. We can use playing audio books and providing weather, traffic for car, for example, information about sports, and other real-time information such time and about different news in our world. Next type, it's very important for present time, for example, self-driving cars. And on this slide, you can see information about this company Waymo, and a self-driving car, also known as a driving-less car, for example. And now, for example, you know about robotic car too. For example, on this slide, you can see example for testing hybrid car of testing this technology. And it's very important direction for currently time. And I can say about this self-driving car use sensors and use cameras, radar, lidars, sounds, GPS, and other units, for example. Very important to form control system for forming information about forming three-dimensional model and to use this model for decision making. Next information I would like to say about this component and some new technology in this area. For example, first you can see on this slide about thermographic camera. It's a technology. For example, we can use information in real photo, but by using this camera, we can change this information in light false color and to use this information for decision making and to use in this 3D model. Next, equipment for using. You can see long-range radar antenna, and we used to track space objects and ballistic missiles, for example. Now it's problem for our country. You know about situation, difficult situation in our country too. Next, in this such as components, we can use radar of times, used for telescope of aircraft, for example. Next, for finding of and location this car and different objects, we can use this technology LiDAR, or also you can see this acronym reader, sometimes LiDAR, over light detection and rendering, or laser imaging detection and reading. We can use, for example, 3D model, laser screening, and to find information about location of different objects. Next, for this kind of type, for example, we can use sonar sound navigation and reading, or sonic navigation and reading. For example, we can use this technology, for example, usually underwater, for example, submarine navigation. On this slide, you can see this photo, for example, for this type of submarine, for example, like this. Next, very important for this car system, and everyone to use this system GPS. For example, we can find location of building and street and many town. For example, we can use global position system. Sometimes we can say North Star GPS. And this system based radio navigation system, and we can use this system, for example, for finding a location and to form route for some location and information about some object. Next, for forming decision making, to find to use the strategic game system, for example, such as chess and Go. You know about these games. For example, chess is a board game for 2 players. You can see, and on this slide you can see setup at the start of chess game, and we can use this, and we can play this game in a real situation, and you know about many information for mobile telephone and laptop. Next, information, for example, this Go system, and we can use very interesting strategy board game for 2 players, in which time aim is to surround more territory than the opponent. And now it's a very interesting type of game too, and we can use in real. You can see this photo, but now we can use a different type of for mobile telephone and a laptop too. And I would like to continue and say about very important direction of artificial intelligence. For example, it's very interesting tools, generative or creative tools. You know about chat GPT and artificial intelligence art. For example, now it's a very big topic, but now we don't have time to say about this direction. Maybe it's maybe it can be other topic, and we can say about forming about strategy of chat GPT. But now I can say main information, key information. For example, generative artificial intelligence. It's a type of artificial intelligence system, capability of generative text, some photos, images of media or other media in response to prompts. Very interesting about logic in this system, and very interesting decision making of these systems. For example, we use different information. For example, you can see on this slide different types of data, and very interesting for this kind of artificial intelligence. This system forms models, and for example, to use input data, training data, and after calculation, after analysis of different kind of information, to form generative new data that has similar characteristics. It's very important for scientific research, for example. And I can say about our department, we have interesting information about this research. For example, for classification data, for performing different kind of information. And we have a scientific publication in this area. For example, we work by using different technology for analysis information, for forming different kind of decision making, and so on. But now I can say about general ideas. For example, this kind of artificial intelligence, we can use different format, different style. We can use level of details. We can form task for GPT, chat GPT, and by using this information, we can form, for example, information, text information, and analysis about some objects by using information about this object. And I can say about situation in this idea. For example, you know, chat GPT is built upon, for example, chat GPT 3.5, and you know about this type chat GPT 4 by company Open Artificial Intelligence. But now we can say about more progressive technology, and we can use this technology for forming new features by using information about different data. And now this technology, I have new information about this chat GPT. For example, by January 2023, it had become the fastest growing customs software application in history. Now you can see about photo about situation of June 2023, and chat GPT available by country and region. Currently time, you can see, for example, and according to this information, I can say about future. We need to analyze this technology. We need to form control system for that, because this project, this chat GPT, for example, we can analyze situation by using different process for decision making at first, but very important problem is security by using this chat GPT and other artificial intelligence in general. For example, I can see, for example, for new information in March 2023, a bug allowed some users to see the tiles of other user conversations. It's very problem for users. But after some research, shortly after the bug was fixed, and user couldn't see that conversation history. And next, later reports showed the bug was much more so than initially believed. For example, it's very important about personal information and security of personal information. For example, problem about had leaked users' first and last name, email address, payment address, and last 4 digits only of credit card number and credit card expiration data. It's very important. So our task to analyze situation in security area, for example, and we need to defend our personal information, for example, like this and other information. And next, about future directions in this area. For example, now we need to analyze situation, this every components of artificial intelligence. For example, it concerns, for example, recommendation system and decision processes of decision making. And very important for this area, like ChatGPT, generative decision making, and some information, complex information, for example. But about future, for example, according to Open AI guest researcher Scott Eraton, Open AI has been working on a tools to deliver watermark. It's a text generation system to combat bad actors using their services for academic plagiarism or spam. For example, this system, it's very important for diploma paper and course paper for students, for conducting of scientific research. For example, we use academic some system for academic plagiarism, and very important for our work in our communication. It's control of spam too. And next direction for analysis and for development of this sector. For example, in February 2023, Microsoft, company Microsoft announced an experimental framework and gave demonstration of how ChatGPT can be used to control robots, for example, but I can add about this information. We need to form different control system for different processes. When we use information technologies, when we form and development different kind of information system, and so on. So we need to analyze a situation in this area. But in conclusion, I can say about main aspects of this speech. For example, artificial intelligence is intelligence demonstrated by computers. We need to analyze this information processing, and we can say about information processing is the source of intelligence. So some computer system for us is what the basis of intelligence is. So we need to form this information processing. We need to describe this information processing by using different kind of data and to analyze this processing. And next, we don't stop with this progress. And the things then worries us most about the development of artificial intelligence at this point. And so what we see enable to our response to dangers that lie ahead. For example, many scientists talk about this now, and this topic #1 in our world. We don't stop making progress in building intelligent machines. And the deeper problem in that gains we make in artificial intelligence could destroy us. And in fact, it's very difficult to see how they wouldn't destroy us or inspire us to destroy ourselves. And by using this information and many articles in this area, we can say now, unfortunately, we don't have the solution to this problem, but we need to think about this. We need to form and we need to build artificial intelligence. We need to analyze different technology without losing control over intelligent machines. And by using this information, maybe you have questions about this topic and maybe about some technologies, maybe about our university and our researchers in this area. I would like to say about this literature. For example, you can use, for example, information about this area. For example, you can find many determination and different point in this area. Next, you can use this book about the future of finance. It's a great direction for future. And by using this information and different kind of development in this area, problem number one, it's security of personal information, our personal information. Next topic, I think we can continue this work and to analyze fake news. We can analyze situation, this news, and we can say about these technologies in this area. So, and for future, very important to form algorithms and how to form these algorithms. What can we use for that? So I propose this book, How Algorithms Create and Prevent Fake News. So after I propose to you, you can find these books by using information and search Google. And I can say thank for attention and I can say about your question. Thank you.
Thank you so much for the wonderful presentation, Miss Olena. And for the question, we will go to the next session after our presenter already presentation, Miss. Yeah. Okay, thank you.
Thank you.
And the next speaker is Mr. Siswanto M.Kom from Indonesia. Yeah, for Mr. Siswanto, the time is yours. Thank you.
Okay, thank you. Can you all hear my voice very clearly?
Yes, sure.
Okay. Have you shared the share screen?
Share screen?
Enable the share screen. Have you?
Just a moment. Is dibantu share screen. Wait.
Ya, kirim Mbak.
WA ya, WA pribadi.
Oke.
Ya, mohon ditunggu.
No. I can do it by myself.
Oke. Oke, thank you. Gak jadi is.
Oke.
Okay, thank you, ladies and gentlemen. Thank you for giving me a chance to present my material for today about how artificial intelligence or AI is changing HR departments. for this webinar. I'm picking this theme because that I have been dealing with HR department, and I also have been implementing AR technology to change the HR daily routines. As we know that about artificial intelligence technology, just like what Mrs. Olena said, that artificial intelligence is the simulation of human intelligent processes done by machines, especially computer systems. Specific application of AI include expert systems, natural language processing, speech recognition, and machine vision. And artificial intelligence, or AI, is also defined as the ability of digital computer controlled work, one task commonly associated with intelligent beings. And talking about AI is changing HR departments. HR, it means that human resources. Uh, it is also the main issue in a company. Artificial intelligence can be a useful tool, but it is going to take the human out of human resources. So that's very interesting issue that we will talk about it. The majority of HR leaders nowadays use AI across a wide range of tasks like employee record management, payroll, recruitment, onboarding, and performance management. And in the future, AI may be able to hire and fire employees as well as perform more complex tasks like answering HR-related employee queries and communicating salary details. Despite the benefits, some risks are also involved in incorporating AI in HR, such as the limitations of AI tools and how prone they are to cyber attacks. And you know that about the highlights, how HR teams are embracing AI. You know that if we try to break down the majority of the 250 HR leaders surveyed said they are already using AI across HR functions like below. You know that I took this data from a website. You know that employee record management 78% and payroll processing and benefits administrations 77%, recruitment and hiring 73%, our performance management 72%, and onboarding new employees 69%. So that's it is a fact that AI or artificial intelligence is a very important because that you know that the majority of 250 is our leaders. They said about using AI technology. And how each our team using AI. AI tools are versatile and offer each our teams number of applications, helping them complete many important functions in a faster, more thorough way than ever before. Here's a look at some of the ways each our teams are employing AI technology today. That's recruit and hiring, and then onboarding, employee monitoring, learning and development, and the last digital mobility. And in the processing of recruiting and hiring, recruitment and talent acquisition are among the first each of tasks AI has been used to improve. From job posting to sending job offers, AI has significantly reduced the time spent recruiting new employees by automating manual tasks. We can take a look at in the chart, the diagram, key benefits of AI in recruitment. It is said that 67% save time, and then 43% remove human bias, 31% delivers best candidate matches, and then 30% saves money. And then about the recruiting and hiring, we are looking at that application. It is like a job portal that we can see in the dashboard about the numbers, informing about the total applications and total hired and new application and total rejected. That's a proof that in this application, it has an AI function which can help to filter, to delete, and to do the human tasks automatically. We can look at about skills, company, job location, jobs. When the data is entered by the applicants and then the system, in this case, AI is functioned, and then it will work automatically according to what we expect. Maybe filtering, or maybe calculating total application, calculating total hired. Maybe it is it automatically rejects to those who do not meet requirements, and many others. And then in this case that we can see a to-do list, what jobs, pending tasks and completed tasks, all are automatically processed by artificial intelligence. And you know that about recruiting and hiring application of AI, we can say in details, job application, for example, applied and phone screen, interview, hired. So that the process or the phases, the steps about from application and then interview and then hire, we can monitor automatically by one system in which AI has been functioned. We can filter companies, all certain company, all jobs, and location or certain location, all skills or certain skill, and all custom questions. So the system, or in this case AI, will do what we order or what we command. And then the system will display the information we expect. Okay, so this is the onboarding. After recruiting and hiring and onboarding, how to automate your employee onboarding process with AI. Now that you know the steps, let's look at how AI can help with your employee onboarding. The status of onboarding, stage 1, employee is familiar with job description. And we can say that day 1 until day 7. And then stage 2, employee understands corp culture, job performance, teamwork, etc. Let's say that day 7 until 3 months. And then stage 3, analyze the progress, performance, and feedback. It's a month 6, 3 until 6 months. And the last stage, stage 4, they have comprehensive understanding of the role, market, company in industry. It's month 3 until 12 or 1 year. And in this case, that at onboarding, we also can help, AI can help us with employee onboarding. That's we can say that AI looks, we can monitor about the progress from stage 1, steps 2 until step 4 or the last step. And by using AI after onboarding step, we can have an employee monitoring. We can use AI to collect accurate, timely, and actionable data about employees' performance, allowing us to track employee progress in real time and even make future predictions. AI and machine learning can also be handy to automate work processes and provide feedback on employees' tasks. So we can take a look at this figure. That's the list of employee, list of employee, and we can see that the status. And we can take a look more detail about the employee. That's it. For example, that the employee dashboard, appreciation, reporting to about, and then what project they are involved, and what tasks they have been doing, or the progress, like this. That we can take a look at the project. What projects are the employees joining, and we can take a look at the start date of the project, deadline, client numbers, client names, and progress about what they have been doing. We can see that about the color of progress bar, so that it makes us to monitor, make us easy to monitor about the status in progress, and then can be changed to be completed or on hold or canceled. And then the next is the task. Task is the subcategory of the projects. So if an employee is joining in a project, they must have certain tasks, their own tasks, to complete the projects. For example, in this case, that in the task, what they have to do, start date, to date, and completed on, assigned to, and status. So by this AI, the employer will be much easier to monitor the employee performance in real time without literal communication or verbal communication. That's by data is real time and valid information. Well, so the conclusion on the positive side, AI can improve the quality of employee recruitment and training, optimize the allocation and the human resources, and improve the scientific salary design. And the impact of an AI on HR, the present and the future, those are recruitment, onboarding, training and development, reward and recognition, queries handling, business administration tasks, decision making. So there is no doubt that the impact of AI on HR is going to be concrete, sustainable with time. Of course, that we still can control the AI. This technology keeps changing regularly, and that means your AI framework must be flexible enough to upgrade itself and change as needed. So we can use AI to get rid of most monotonous HR jobs, analyze the vast amount of data to make tangible decisions, and create holistic impact on the organization and its people. Well, so that's my presentation. Thank you, Ms. Novita, for the chance. The time is yours. Back to you. Hello.
Yeah, sure.
Is it enough? Sure.
Yes, yes.
Okay, thank you. Yeah. Just a moment, please. I will go to the next session for time of question and answer session because today speaker from African can join today about the error for internet. Okay, we will go to the next session for Q&A session. For all audience, if you wanna ask question, you can raise your hand or you can write in the room chat. Okay. Bagi para peserta yang ingin bertanya bisa raise hand atau mengetik di kolom chat. Okay, for first question, we have the question from audience in YouTube. This question for Miss Olena and Mr. Siswanto. When we met the EI with such skin of the equipment that's suitable with the regulation, but if the component that also under the ISO license, here there were a natural disaster, so are the need rebuild. I will write also in the room chat this question from Diahrami in YouTube. Thank you. Maybe who will answering first?
Sorry that I cannot read. Which question?
Or maybe I will send to you in WhatsApp. Sure. Just
Yes.
a moment. This
Okay.
one. For Miss Olena, you can find my chat.
We can send information in about presentation, yes, on this link, yes.
Yeah, for the question from Miss Diahrami, maybe you can answering first, Miss. Is it okay?
About license questions, yes, I think, for example, if we use more progressive intelligence, artificial, for example, GPT more progressive GPT, we need to use a license for that. And payment, we need to pay about this using, for example. And for example, for my laptop, I use a license for Microsoft and for a license of Microsoft Office 2, for example. And I can use more information from different sites for that. Moreover, for forming different models and forming regression models, for example, and multiply regression models for analysis different situation, we need to use license program too. For simply for forming simple example, we can version without license. But for using progressive program like GPT, like for forming statistic information, progressive statistic information, forming model by using statistic information, we need to use license program. Our university use license program for modeling, for analysis situation, and for analysis of different data, so on. I can add information. We have project for analysis situation in our country, for example. We formed different models, different kind of models, linear models, non-linear models, and after that we use dynamic modeling for analysis situation. So we can use license program for that too. Moreover, I can add information for analysis different kind of data and to form models for information system, for forming information system. We need to use technology of machine learning, for example, to form mathematical models, to form different kind of information, and to form these models. And after that, we can use these models, different kind of models, for machine learning. I have experience, for example, in forming narrow works, for example, by using information about complex social and economic system, and to form information for future, and to conduct different kind of analysis for future too, for example. But we need to form models for different kind of correlationship between parameters, between data, different kind of data. And by using these models, we can form situation, we can analyze situation future, for example. I see maybe questions.
Okay, yeah, just a moment, maybe from Mr. Siswanto will answering the question before.
Which question? Which question?
From Diahrami in the YouTube.
Okay.
Okay.
Actually, that I still don't get the exact purpose of the question, but I'm trying to answer my best about under the ISO license, there were a natural disaster, so the need rebuild. I think that if we talk about AI, I'm talking about HR, AI on HR cases. AI that what I have talked about is cloud system. If the natural disaster is not in global scope, I think that the AI technology is still secure. The natural disaster, so the need rebuild. So I think that no need to rebuild as long as that the natural disaster is not in the global scope. I think that's my question, my answer.
Okay, thank you
Okay.
for answering. I think it's very clear answer from Professora. And then the next question from Muhammad Ismail. Okay, to what extent is the security of data in the future with the AI? Because I'm just afraid that with this AI, that from computer or cell phone can occur. Thank you.
Okay, who first will answer the question? Mrs. Olena.
Okay, for example, we can use global technology and different, but for private research, we could use some license, for example, but sometimes, for example, we can use some period of time by using cloud technology too. Yes, it can be for some research, for example. But we need to use license. It's very important for our studying for our students, and in our university and university of our country too. For example, it's very important for our right system to use license for key program for studying of our students.
Okay.
Okay, maybe you can say about situation in your university. What about license in a main program? Can you say what about situation in your university?
Hello. I cannot. Question for me, Mrs. Olena?
Yes. What about situation, this license in your university?
Well, I think that in my university, a license are legal, and we also have updated the original license, all software of AI technology. So I think so far that we have no problem at all about the license updating, the originality. We have no problem about it. And maybe that I would like to answer the question from Muhammad Ismail. To what extent is the security of data in the future with AI? I think that we cannot say the exact answer because it will change very fast in the future. And if you're asking about to what extent in the security, it depends on the need and the situation in the future. And we can have a look at the present about the security of data in our, important part of our life. actually that AI has been a part of our daily life. You use smartphone, internet, and now all has AI in it. And if we talk about the what extent, we can say that maybe in the medicine, and the food, education, military, banking, finance, all will have AI and about the security of data, especially about the finance, banking is very important, and it always change. It will change. It will change from age to age. Okay, that's my answer.
Okay, thank you. Thank you.
Okay, thank you. And then the next question from Mr. Junaidi. Of the presenter is presented the positive side of AI. What about in the negative side of AI? If we cannot control and be a big terrifying for us, is there any preventive effort? Thank you.
Okay, Mrs. Olena first.
Maybe Mr. Siswanto can answering first.
Okay, okay. Well, I think talking about the negative side of AI, I think it's normal. It makes sense. And we do not have to be worried if AI can control human. No, AI, artificial intelligence, so that we can focus on artificial. Artificial means not real. Human still control. If in a certain case, human cannot control, if AI is developed and programmed out of human power, out of human control. AI in our daily life, I'm sure that we still control it. So I think that we don't have to worry so much. And what is it? About that the possibility of AI will be out of control from human power. And you know that preventive efforts, the first, as a user, you know that AI is developed by logic, by what is it in programming language? The developer, the software engineer, has blueprint before developing the AI, except that they have, what is it, bad intention about developing AI. As long as AI is developed for human life, our life advantage, I think that it must be what is it, critically considered by the developers before they start developing and creating the AI. That's my question. That's my answer, I think. I mean, that's my answer.
Excuse me. Okay. Can you hear me? Yes. Oh, okay. Okay. Thank you. But we talked about problem, this development of AI, yes, for future, and many scientists talked about this problem. For example, we can say about negative process in this development, but for future, for progressive, for forming the different decisions, for example, for economic, for social development, we need to use some situation, and maybe we talked about forming intellectual information system for analysis different situation for future. For example, we can analyze climate, for example, we can analyze social and economic development of our country, of other countries. And we can compare, for example, situation in different kind of social and economic development. And according to my experience, for example, we formed mathematical models by using statistical information about development of our country, social and economic development. And by using this model, by using this intellectual information system, we can analyze situation in future. Moreover, according to our project, scientific project, and according to my scientific direction, we use these models by using statistical information about different kind of directions. And by using this system, we can analyze future, for example. Another question, so we can use this information which we have after modeling. Maybe we can change, and we can change our decisions too. Problem number one, we can analyze situation in real situation in our life, for example, in social life, economic life, our country, other countries, and we can analyze situation for future. But problem this maybe this some program files we can change, we can add some algorithms. And I think positive situation, we can analyze future, we can analyze and we can compare different situations for future. Yes, I understand we can have maybe mistakes in these algorithms, and after that we have problem for decision making. It's yes, but I think we need to form control system after intelligence, after artificial intelligence, and analyze situation in our development, in development of our life, in development of every sectors of social and economic system. For every country and in other direction, we can analyze different level of development of different countries too, for example. But now we can use mobile telephone, we can use different kind of search systems, and I think we need to analyze situation in intelligence and to form different logic models, mathematical models. We need to use machine learning and analyze the situation, for example, before we need to decision making in real situation. For example, before that, we need these systems to form this system, to analyze different directions in our life. I think social life, economic life, and political life in general. Another problem to see fake and analyze situation in, for example, in news, and to say this news, real news, maybe news fake, and this situation, this statistical information we can use real statistical information, right data, and another, for example, we can use incorrect maybe information, and after that we have incorrect model, for example, and our results will be not right. So it's problem, but we need to form control system, for example, for these processes. And I think currently scientists to use different technologies, and to work this progressive in this area. So we need to form control system, because we don't stop this development, but our task to analyze situation in this development, this intelligence, artificial intelligence, because we don't stop this development. So our task, and I think task this our students, and this our diploma paper, for example, we use scientific work, this our students from second years, and during a course paper, for example, to form different tasks for students. They need to analyze situation, they need to compare different information, and to use technology for analysis. And step by step, we need to form control system by using different language to form different models. And for example, I think very important to use machine learning for analysis, and so on. It's my answer, for example. Thank you.
Okay, thank you for answering. And then we still have 3 questions again from audience. And then the next question, will AI be able to will AI be able to replace human function in the future? And what will happen if computer become smart than human? Thank you. This question from Mr. Faiz. Thank you.
Okay. For those who have an activated the camera, you can activate the camera first.
Is masih Q&A.
Uh,
Thank you. Maybe we will answering first.
Okay. Okay, let me answer the question. Will AI be able to replace human functions in the future? In some cases, yes. In some cases, yes. You know that in the technology company, advanced technology company, it's like automotive manufacturing company, they have been using AI technology to replace human functions for massive jobs. They use AI to replace human functions because a human can, let's say, tired when in work in some period time, but the machine in which AI has been designed in it, it can still function. I mean that I'm not sure AI it can replace all human functions. There must be limitations. And about what would happen if computers become smarter than humans? I'm not sure. Human is the creator, is the developer. you know that computer is never smart. Computer works, what is it? How they calculate, how they process the data is fast, but we cannot say that computer is smart. Computer will never be smart forever. Human is smarter because human is developer. So I think that we don't have to worry very much about AI. So we just focus on AI functions to support our repetitive tasks, our daily routine. And oh. Okay, that's all. Thank you.
I understand about this problem about process of analysis of information by using different kind of computers and technology. But I think you know about quantum computing, for example, and we can use this direction, and we can analyze this, and we can use this technology, for example, to form in future. I think we will have another type of computers and another type of technology. For example, neurotechnologies we can form by using language, by using cloud platforms. We can form, for example, we can use these neurotechnologies and some neuro systems for analysis big information, large volume of information. For example, it's a way for analysis information. Next step for analysis, and we need to very quickly to form decision making. We need we need to use new technology. For example, it's quantum technologies, and to use quantum computers for analysis of very big volume of information and different kind of this information. I think it can be text information and digital information and so on. So moreover, I think we need, maybe it's a new topic for future, to analyze situation, these new progressive technologies for forming, for progressive, for computing very big information, data analysis and machine learning, for example. Maybe it can be a new topic, and we can analyze situation in this area after artificial intelligence. So I think we can analyze, maybe we can continue to say about new technologies in this area, to analyze new technologies for this problem, to compare situation, this big data, for example. Maybe it's proposition for organizations and university to analyze new technology and to discuss new technology in this area. So we can start, we can analyze situation in artificial intelligence today, for example. We can analyze, it's our first presentation about different different direction in this area. We can say about different application in this area. Maybe we can continue, and on the next step, we can analyze new technology in this area, and we can compare, for example, for real situation, for analysis situation in our life, by using these applications.
Okay,
Yes,
thank
what
you.
what about say about this?
Pardon? Okay, thank you for answering from Mr. Siswanto and Miss Olena. I think it's very clear answer from Professora. I think we don't have no more question again. Before I close this event, we'll go to the next session for time take a picture. Yeah, for all participants, please open your camera. We will take a picture for documentation. I will count off 1, 2, 3. Okay, another one. 1, 2, 3. Smile. Thank you. Thank you for your keen cooperation. Finally, we come to the end of webinar today. We would like to say thanks again to all speakers for their wonderful information. Thank you for sharing your knowledge. We hope this information will be beneficial for our audience. And I hope we can meet again at another event in the future. Also, I would like to thanks for all participants for attending this webinar and making this event more interesting. At least we hope to have more collaboration in the future. The webinar for today and here. We hope to see you soon. Thank you and have a nice day for everyone. Bye bye. Thank you so much for Miss Olena, Mr. Siswanto. Yeah, thank you so much. Goodbye. Bye bye. Thank you. Bye.
Yes.